Yeah, good morning, guys. We're back here again, back again. We're gonna run through today's fixtures, and try to make some predictions as well. So today we'll have a total of five games, and we'll try to look at it and make some predictions as to how uh, the likelihood of the outcome of the game. So the first game this morning is Aston Villa and Newcastle. And we've seen these two teams, within the circle of the top five, top six. But fortunately for Newcastle, they were able to make it into the top five. So they are in the Champions League. But there's a problem. The problem with Newcastle this time around is because they no longer have Alexander Isak, because we all know the debacle, the situation surrounding Alexander Isak, and that could really, place pretty much against them this season if they don't get a replacement, and if he, stick to his guns, that he's not gonna, don the Newcastle jersey anymore. So and we have Aston Villa. Aston Villa, they're playing host today in today's game, and Unai Emery, we know him. He's a very good coach, European tested coach. He's been uh, in Spain, where he started from. He's been in France and now in England in the APL. He was even an Arsenal coach at a point in time. So today's game, based on what I see on home advantage, I think Aston Villa are gonna nick it. A win, a win for Aston Villa, and um, because I don't see Newcastle, doing anything much, because somehow I think the team is some kind of disarray for now. And we've seen Brighton and Fulham. Brighton and Fulham, I think in that game, I am going to give it to Brighton. Yes, Brighton, they're a very good, formidable side. You don't mess with Brighton. It's Brighton. And we have Sunderland and West Ham United. Sunderland, they're newly promoted. They've been away out of the Premier League for over 10 years, if I'm guessing right. I'm not sure, maybe 10 years or thereabout. They were relegated about 10 years ago, and somehow they be able to fight their way back. Now they will have Granit Xhaka from Arsenal, and and they've done so much signing of all the teams. They did very good recruitment, and West Ham, for me, in this game, I tell you, it's going to be very uh, highly fought for. I think I'm going to say Sunderland this time around. I see Sunderland, taking the victory. I have it that way. You might say Fulham, I mean, West Ham been around the EPL, and they even won the Conference League a couple of years ago. But the thing is, I think based on motivation and based on drive, I think Sunderland going to nick it. So Sunderland wins against West Ham. Then Tottenham and Burnley. Tottenham, we know how they are. That you cannot really say for sure what you're going to expect when it comes to Tottenham. And we saw just a few days ago they threw a 2-0 lead against PSG in the Super Cup. Just like 5, 6 minutes to go, and today the rest is history. They threw away 2-0 lead, and PSG came from behind to nick it, and it went to penalty. They scored their first two penalty. Even with that, they still lost. So I think in this game, Tottenham and Burnley, it's going to be tough, because if you look the way um, Thomas Frank set up his team in the two games I've seen, the one they play against Arsenal and PSG, they kind of like, when they get the goal, they sit back. So I'm expecting to see what they're gonna do if they're gonna play maybe a team that probably they don't see like a maybe a better team than themselves, because now they're gonna open. So I want to see, because they defended very well against PSG, and I'm gonna see this time around. Are they gonna sit back against a Burnley side? I don't think so, because if they do that, I think he might come back to bite them. So I'm seeing a draw for Tottenham, a draw with Burnley. Wolves and Manchester City is not the don't even talk about it, because I think City would Alan back and fit, and we have Mamush, we have Doku, we have all these guys, and I know their main man is is injured, and even with that, I think Wolves, I think they've lost about one or two players or so, and I think even if as they are playing in their home, it's a victory for Man City. No, no doubt. Man City gonna make the 3 points. So that's how today's game is gonna be, and um, we're gonna look at the games coming up tomorrow, and we're gonna come back to make a reassessment or to make a review of what actually took place in this 5 games that's gonna take place today. Uh, so let's keep our fingers crossed and let's see what the outcome is gonna be.